got a lot of weapons that he can bring to these tall walls, and you know, really does have a kind of a similar approach to Felipe, and you can see it working out pretty well for him at the moment. Right now, though, let's introduce heat number 5, the round of 16. Kanoa Igarashi sitting in 6th position, and already a couple of big surfers, big names falling out of the mix at the top end of the rankings. So Kanoa will look to really strike and make the most of this opportunity. He's up against Caio Ibelli. Having a look at this one on the outside, Caio Ibelli, a bit of foam on the face here. Drives up into this first section, and he is going to commit. Of course, without that priority and that control over what's happening in the lineup, you'll take your chances on some of these medium-sized set waves and see if you can't turn in something special. Great performance in the last heat from Samuel Pupo, and he's with Rosie Hodge.
Yeah, I mean, you just never know. I went to Brazil with the worst feeling ever. I was losing early in the rounds and the contest before, so I didn't have any confidence, and then it turned into a final for me. So surfing is crazy. You just never know what's going to happen. So I just got to keep the hope alive, and a final here could get me there. So I'm just trying to surf.
I love it. We'll see you in the quarters. Thanks for your time, Sammy.
At the end of this ride, right behind him though, Caio Ibelli locked in, still travelling in this one, and he'll take the low road exit. Could just see that board flickering inside the tube as he fought his way through the different sections.
So cool. Yeah, and again, these barrels aren't easy to ride.
For a victory yet, and his chances of winning seem to be improving with each performance.
That's for sure. I mean, he can take the confidence of being a finalist in the last time we've ran an event here, so he knows what he's doing. As we watch this replay here, a little tuck and roll, and he sets up the next section here for Caio Ibelli, and this was that moment. See how the barrel filled up with water, and he still somehow was able to negotiate through. But that one was a bit of a challenge there for Caio, and he did well to get through it.
Here goes Kanoa Igarashi. Comes into this event in 6th position. He's semi-finaled here in the past. He's going to go down on this one, so no major scores locked in for him just yet. Expecting Caio Ibelli to bank the best score.
Love the grandstands here, and just look at that. Just pure as can be here at J-Bay.
Oh, the fans have been eating it up, and we hope you've been enjoying the show at home. It's been non-stop action. The sets continue to pulse through here, and Kanoa Igarashi gets going in heat 5. He's up against Caio Ibelli, hasn't had a decent score just yet. And I think we still have a number for Caio rolling through, but Igarashi gets well and truly barreled and comes flying down the line now and looks to set up the tube once again. He's going to drive past that section and opt for a big turn instead. Really did lose the tail, fully committed as he climbs up into the pocket. A nice high impact turn there. And he's not done with this one just yet as he calls for the ski as he pulls through the back of the wave. You know, it's different to a free surf, isn't it?
It is, for sure it is, because your adrenaline's flying down there and you don't actually feel the pain.
Here's the replay of Kanoa's last ride. Good size wave, and it had some serious moments on it.
And it loads up right here. And see, that's those ones that load up for the barrel in the inside section right here. The super tubes just played it perfectly. Super deep, and I know at this point you're like, gosh, what could you have done in this type of a section? You know, do you sit back and try to get barreled again? Maybe. Feels like that section there probably could have been there, but that turn was so epic. I mean, especially with the rail grab in it. I mean, he had as much speed as you could possibly have on your surfboard at that point, so you had to grab the rail just to keep control.
In his opening round heat, he was almost gambling with his decisions. He was taking off on waves he wasn't sure about, and then he kicked out, and he was giving opportunities to his rivals. He kind of survived the opening round, Kanoa.
He sure did.
But here he is in the round of 16, cleaning things up and starting to drop some big numbers.
It's a number that's in the books for him. This was the replay of Caio's major set wave. Beautiful arcs here, but they're out more on the face, and that is why this score didn't go, you know, upwards into the 7s or 8s. It just, a lot of those turns, it just had to do kind of carving maneuvers and wasn't able to really attack the lip. And then the end here, of course, not able to get the full finish as he sets up this next barrel here. And I think this was where he gets swallowed up. Yeah, that one filled up with water and he wasn't able to pull himself out of it.
And looking to improve on a 7. And I think that speed-wise, he's just got a bit of an edge over Caio at the moment. He's just finding these waves that really do stretch out real quickly, staying out in front of it, letting go of a variety of turns. As he whips that one down into the bowl, now looks to set up the tube on the inside, grabs that wall, and stays nice and high. Finds the exit and now drives up into the lip one more time. Nice layback finish.
Priority shift, you know, Kanoa was able to utilize that priority to get this wave. This is what I'm talking about, just sits off the bottom. As long as he wants to wait off the bottom, it's there for him. The speed stays with his board. Good healthy mix of different angles of carves and snaps. He even does that same type of where he holds the rail a super long time through the top turns. Showcasing the variety by tucking in the barrel and then a big layback snap to finish. I mean, this wasn't the biggest of waves, but the surfing was excellent, and the judges, as he sits off the bottom, see how he compresses, and he's looking up in the lip. Where am I going to place this turn? And he just projects big round bottom turn, and then the vertical approach right there. He's in that pocket. And right when the critical section is there, he's there to do the maneuver, which is exactly what they want to see, is that peak of energy and time and criticalness, and then straight back into it. And I love this one because it's a nice big round arc, and he holds his rail all the way through. Actually, this is the layback snap. Little back foot jam, little karate kick. And this was the arcing, or, you know, again, so you're trying to mix it up, the variety. See how he drives. He lifts his back arm up a little higher than a lot of surfers and drives through it, brings it down low. I like that, actually.
With it.
Yeah, feels like it to me.
Right behind him, though, Caio gets an opportunity to answer. Has to push hard now because he's falling behind on each exchange out there, but ultimate priority is obviously with Caio Ibelli and Kanoa Igarashi, and Caio wants this one as he loads up off the bottom. Nice big hook off the top. It's all there for Caio. He's just got to find that wave that offers him a bit more variety. He's had some flatter sections to deal with, and this wave's kind of doing the same thing, Pete.
Yeah, it has some chop in it too. You can see that, you know, one of the first waves of the set, so there's a little bit of wind affectedness.
Well, it's starting to steepen now, but he gets caught behind it for a moment riding out of that big hit. But it was a high impact turn as he climbs the end section and actually projects out off the lid in on this occasion. And behind him, Igarashi up again, trying to get rid of a 7.83 as he lines up the tube here on the inside, starting to build some momentum, and wisely kicks out and opts for that priority. No, there hasn't really been too many waves go through unridden today that have had the good scoring potential on them, though. But you know, when it's as consistent as this, Pete, you don't really need to go scrapping on average waves. You just hang about out the back and you'll get your opportunities, even if you're in that heat with no priority, as Kanoa lights up the first section and drives up into the pocket again, and he can afford to push it. He's trying to better a 7.83 here, and his rival is comboed, so no harm in giving it a good go. Just on 10 seconds to go here, Igarashi gets a comfortable victory. Much more comfortable than he had in the opening round.
That's right. Didn't push it. That'll build that confidence for him as he heads into the quarters.
Caio Ibelli, his run comes to an end here at the Corona Open J-Bay. We can look forward to seeing Kanoa Igarashi in the quarterfinals. Current world number 6, making his move.